How's it going, YouTube? Today I'm going to show you how to do the fuel filter on a 2012 6.7 liter Cummins diesel, obviously. One tool you're going to need: socket wrench and a 28mm socket. I don't know why there's so much confusion about this. Like when you go online and you search for what you need to use, a lot of people will tell you 29mm. They'll go standard size on the socket. I forget what the standard size even is. You need a 28mm. That's going to go on top of the fuel filter housing, and then you can loosen it up that way. But first, before you loosen that up, before you put that on there, you're going to want to go down here. Make sure you have a pan, some cardboard, whatever you got. If you can see right there in the center of the screen, that yellow cap, you're going to twist that. And underneath there is the hose. And that's where the fuel is going to drain out. So this is the drain plug. Right now. If you listen, you can hear it. See it coming down there? It's exactly what we want. And there's the fuel going in the drain pan. It's going to take a little while, don't rush it, just give it a few minutes. Let it drain out. It's going to make it easier when all that fuel is out to take this top off. I've read online in the forums, people putting the socket on there, assuming they have the right one, and they end up stripping the top off because it is made of plastic. I'm not a fan of the design, but it's made of plastic. They strip the top off, or they just can't get it. They can't get it. End up taking it to the shop or the dealership, and then they get screwed on labor. Easy job to do yourself. Just take your time. Wait for the fuel to drain out. Okay, hopefully you'll be able to see. Hopefully I'll be able to do this with the camera on. Go ahead, get that on there. Get it ready to go. And I'm going to try and one-hand this. Usually this thing is really tight. Let's see what we can do. I'm not going to be able to do it with the camera. Alright, I finally got this thing off, or loosened rather. Wow, that was a lot of work. Had to climb up high to get the right leverage. It's not like I'm driving a lifted truck, but it's on the back of the freaking engine bay, so not the easiest thing to reach from ground level. I'm 6'3", so a little bit more fuel is going to come out. Go ahead, let that come out. And when it's nice and done, all you got to do, put your hands in there, pull up on the fuel filter, it'll lift right out. Nice and easy. Alright. I said nice and easy. Let's see. Everything's going to be difficult today, huh? Okay, so there's nothing a little crowbar can't solve. Got this nice and loose. Just lifts right out. Oh, look how easy that was. Okay, now something I want to show you guys. A lot of people say, oh, I go, 30 to 50,000 miles before changing my fuel filter. That's fine and great, but these are common rail diesels, and this is only 10,000 miles. I mean, look how black and nasty it is. It almost looks like, honestly, there's some algae starting on that thing. Look at that. Man, actually, I might have to get some algae treatment. Okay, check it out. Wow. I didn't know that could happen right now. That's how cold it is. That's 10,000 miles. Look at that. Anyway, you see how black it is. Now, one thing I'm concerned about, look at the bottom of this. I ordered the same part number fuel filter, but it looks different. See that? Are they the same? No, they look totally different. The same height. That's the same. See the bottom? And that bottom. Oh. And don't worry, I'll wipe off the top of the fuel filter. I'm gonna go ahead and drop it back in there. I'll wipe it off before I cap it and close it and prime it. And no, you do not want to fill this, by the way, you do not want to fill this with fuel. It's a self-priming system. Oh, that went in there nice and snug, actually. Okay, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'll get my rig and wipe that off. This is a self-priming system. What you're going to want to do, once you get the cap on and you tighten up that drain plug, hop in the truck, turn the key forward once, count to 5, turn it off, turn it forward again, count to 5, turn it off, turn it forward again, count to 5, 3 times. That's what they say. I like to turn it off once more, turn it on. On the 4th try is when I'll start it. You do not want to pour fuel in there. You're going to risk getting air inside your fuel injectors. You will wreck it. Well, an injector, that is. Not going to be a good time. So, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and cap this thing off. Oh, one other thing. I don't want to forget this. Very important. Get some oil on this O-ring here. This goes on the top. It's going to sit inside the fuel filter housing, just like that. But you're going to put it over that up there. You're going to put it right up over the very top around the ring. And then you can screw this on over it. Make sure you have this oiled, though. If you don't have it oiled, it can bind up and twist, and you're going to have a fuel leak. And you'll have to get a new gasket. And I don't know that the gaskets come separately from the filter, so you're probably going to have to buy a new filter. Make sure you oil it. Very important. Alright, now I got that fuel filter cover on there. Go ahead. Prime it. Let it run. Alright, like I said, forward. Counted to 5 in my head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And go once more for a good measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And turn the key. Roll my windows down. Alright, here we go. Don't worry if it's rough. Normally doesn't take that long. Let's see here. There we go. Like I said, don't worry about it. The good thing about letting it self-prime is you know the system's doing what it's supposed to do. Don't panic, don't freak out. As you can see, it's running fine right now, and I haven't started it in well over 24 hours. It's doing what it's supposed to do. Actually, what's a nice thing too, I've had the block heater cord unplugged now for a couple hours. Mid-30s out? Oh no, 41 degrees. Okay, 41 degrees out. Coolant's still at 77 degrees. Pretty impressive. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to let it run, get up to operating temp. I'm going to drive it nice and easy, maybe around the block or something. Make sure everything's looking good, and then close the hood and wait another 10-15,000 miles before I do anything to it. Thank you very much for watching. That's how you do the fuel filter on a 6.7 liter Cummins diesel. Pretty straightforward, just take your time on it. Don't lose your patience. Not a very hard job. Please like and subscribe for more content.